Hi.
Hello, everybody. Wow, we've been getting everybody's getting kind of rattled. Well, I don't want to say rattled, but shaken maybe. Oh, we are in eclipse season. It's not easy.
I
It's
was
not
about to say, we're right between eclipses. This is not abnormal, I think.
right. And we're at 29 degrees of Leo sun tonight at 10:19 Eastern. The Virgo or the sun will go into Virgo. And then we have, I'll say the 27th, we have Mercury and the Sun meeting in Kazimi and have the Sun to me upgrades Mercury on the next part of the mission, the journey. And, and then the next day we have the Pisces solar eclipse. So there is a lot going on. I'm sure y'all can feel it. We're all releasing eclipse season. Something's being released, whether you know it or not. It's I feel like everybody here though is kind of focused in, but it's all about being authentic, being who you truly are to yourself, doing what you prefer to experience. And but again, there's no doing. I feel there's no doing. I mean, we're doing stuff all the time, but as for what's coming next, what's my plan, where am I going on my path? That's all still coming in. As we're releasing, stuff is coming in and we're receiving. I don't know. How about you, Katie? What are you feeling?
You just reminded me, I used to play with runes a little bit,
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed them. And there was
yeah.
an interpretation of one of the runes that has stuck with me for a long time. And I can't even remember which rune it applied to, but the person said, "We do without doing, and everything gets done."
Oh, I love that.
I like that. As
That
soon as I remember how natural that flow is, I'll probably enjoy my living a little bit more.
Say
It's
it one more time, Kaylee, because that's a really good
write it down
statement.
on the board. We
Yeah, write
do
it on the
without
board.
doing, and everything gets done. Let's see if I have any. Here's my little school board back here.
Heck yeah. So we do
Without doing,
without doing,
and everything gets done.
and everything gets done. That explains this eclipse season so perfectly. I mean, we're just to be and flow and really connect in and to our hearts and focus on what we prefer. And I know there's a lot of outside noise. Maybe there's noise close to home, but it is, to be that neutral observer and discern what's going on around in your environment. Well, look at everybody. Want to say hi, to everybody, real quick?
Yes, for
Okay.
sure.
We got Carl. We see Jane Katz, Leah. Thank you all too for understanding. Kaylee and I had just like life was life, and yesterday it got out of hand. Um, I was painting. Craig's here. Hi, Craig, and I'm sure Claire is here. Um, Leah, Craig over there.
Greg, I am definitely aware of that issue, and I feel you. I feel you. Big. It is a big deal to me too.
Gina M is here. Shining Love Like Truth is here. Um, so Catherine, there you are. Hi, Catherine. Thank you, Shining Love Light Truth, for the 10 jewels. Still have no idea what it means, but I am very grateful for them. And I promise one of these days my head will get clearer and I will look it up. Oh, there. This is very concerning.
I was just reading about that. I think it was even earlier today. And the BLM has been doing, they call it management of the Mustang herds a long time. And how they've been handling it is to round up when they see what they consider a surplus, because the land that these horses are grazing on, they also they let cattlemen graze their cows on that land. So there's tens of millions of cows grazing the land, and then maybe a few 100,000 horses, and yet they think the horses are overgrazing. And so in order to facilitate the cattle having more land to graze on, they round up horses that they think are not getting enough. Well, they just round up a number of horses. And they've been holding auctions. They have a lot of them that are in long-term holding. There's this really great, there are a few great people to follow on YouTube that do work with Mustangs. Clever Cowgirl is one of my favorites. Mountain Built, MTN Built. And there are a couple that are really fascinating. And how they work with the Mustangs that they get in is kind of to show people that we can help these horses acclimate to a domestic life. That said, what's going on as far as the Trump administration goes, they are escalating the number of horses that they are intending to round up. And I think that they're trying to make it so that more of these horses are going into what they call the slaughter pipeline.
They're selling them like $25 a horse for a healthy horse. Selling them for
it's one of the many issues that we can I thank the Holy Spirit, we can go ahead and trust that it's not going to capture all the wild horses. It's going to hurt a number of beings that we love, and we really are sad to have anything like that occur. We do notice that it's not going to be that he gets to take over the world like he wishes he could. It's not going to fail in some things, but some things he will definitely be roundly defeated on. And I do notice that we have some kind of energy of revolt, I don't know how to put it yet, but I feel like there's going to be quite an energy of fight about this one.
Let me tell you about that. I was digging into the fall astrology because Mars is going to go retrograde in Scorpio. Mars has went retrograde in all water signs this year, and this is his last retrograde. Will be, I believe it's the 24th of October to middle of November, 3 weeks, right? While he's in retrograde in Scorpio, fully in Scorpio, Venus is going to be in Scorpio, back up into Libra, and then come back out into Scorpio at the same time during election season.
Man.
So Scorpio I always look at things on the high side. We can see the low side playing out right now. There's no this kind of crap right here about the horses, just all of it, right? This is very low frequency. To me, that's Venus is what we love and value. Mercury is how we receive and share information. I just think that's when the people. I was really seeing the people changing during eclipse season, but I don't think we're angry enough. I think that election is going to trigger a lot of things because we can see how the progressive Dems are just blowing everybody out of the water right now, right?
I think the Holy Spirit. I think it's hopeful that how this election functions is going to clarify whether we actually have a continuing democracy or not. That's maybe one of the things that determines how people decide, how people choose to address their grievances. If we have a really well-functioning, if our democracy is alive, then we're likely to see a change in government that allows us to make swifter possibilities available. I don't know why, but I'm going to get a little bit silly right now. I want to change the subject. Can I? Real
Sure,
quick.
absolutely.
I want to
Hi,
share something
everybody.
before I
Come
lose
in.
track of it. Leah,
Sure.
I wanted to share something with you and anyone who likes foraging and gardening. Um, I've got on my back fence, I've had this just wild, crazy morning glory growing for a long time. And I do get annoyed at it sometimes, and I just rip a bunch of it down. And somehow, the last time I ripped it down, it invited a new plant to start growing there. And I don't know how well you can see this, but if you ever come across a really delicate vine with these adorable little berry looking things, these are
Aw.
actually miniature cucumbers. And it's
Oh,
called the
yeah, yeah,
creeping
yeah. I've seen that
cucumber
vine
plant.
before. Yeah, I've
And I'm
seen that
telling
vine
you,
before.
they are so good. They are
Are
so
they
great.
good?
They are like just the
Oh,
perfect little miniature cucumbers, and because they're so miniature, you get a lot of crunch and not so much water.
yeah.
And they are just adorable and delicious, and I love them. And I wanted to share that with anybody that goes looking around and comes across something like this on a delicate little vine. Make sure you confirm it. Never eat anything without knowing what it was, but they're really good.
Oh boy, I'm sorry, BDO 224. Everybody, like, life is being rearranged. It's being deeply
Oh,
excavated. Let's put it that way. Things are gonna clear out, but we're right in the middle of eclipse season. Kind of just don't, I don't want to say don't do things, but the more you push, or the more you want to force an issue or force an answer, the more it doesn't come. And that's it. Just being is very hard for people because we're so used to the old era where you had to be productive in every moment to matter, right? To be worthy. This, to me, with the message I'm getting, Spirit is saying that learning how to just be and flow despite what's going on, focus on your heart, focus on what you prefer. Of course, we have to take care of animals, maybe take care of kids or grandkids or whatever, but do it in the most heart centered, authentic way, and just allow. And it's a very hard thing for humans to do because we've been taught the exact opposite of, and this is when you stop and just drop and just like stop, drop, and roll. I don't know why that came in my head. Just stop. You won't believe what comes to you. Like, it just flows. The information flows to you. The way forward flows to you. I'm not getting much because I understand we're in eclipse season, and I keep being told to quit trying to make things happen because just allow. It's very hard to do. I feel like I've been doing it for years. I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. I want to say hi to everybody. Amanda Celeste, Moonlight Shadow from Norway. Hi. Oh, the bug she saved was an orchid bee, Leah says. Very cool.
very cool.
Erin's here. Catherine. And we're going to get to questions. If you have any questions about the astrology, it's intense. It's going to I'm just gonna kind of go with this. Yes, we're always evolving, we're always releasing and receiving. But I'd say until the end of the year, we got a lot we're clearing out for the collective and ourselves. So, I mean, that's light workers, love workers, energy workers, kind of that's what we do. High plant calm in Norway. One would it be okay? I mean, that's a question. If you're going to put questions, please put them in all caps. I got your question now. Um, all right. I think we said hi to everybody. Michelle, hi Michelle. RH unavailable. Um, Catherine, your question's okay. And you guys can ask any questions. We can look in on the horses too. We'll look in on the horses, see what's going on there because you start messing with animals and people get really upset. You All right. Are you ready, girl? We're
Yeah,
ready. We'll go
yeah.
with Craig. Um, how did I get Craig before Carl? I'm sorry. He was up first. I'm sorry. Saw a ball of light in the bedroom about 10:30 p.m. just before bedtime. It was silver white, about 5 inches in diameter. It didn't bother me. It was a portal. It was an orb portal. Yeah, I think it was one of your guides. What I'm seeing. Let's see what we get.
And the Holy Spirit, I do feel like it's got a guide kind of feel. It's not exactly clear to me how to describe who you're feeling there.
Mm.
Let me see if can the being be imaged? No.
Mm.
Is the being clear enough to reply when asked questions? Yes.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Is the being present here with Craig? No. Is it being a loving being? Is the being
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
I don't get like unloving beings or higher frequency beings can come in orbs. They come in like you always see that dark gray, that dark. I don't know.
Like the
That's
shadows. Let's
yeah.
not describe it. We don't want to give anyone any ideas.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying, though.
I know what you're saying, but we don't
But
want to give anyone
everybody,
any
I mean,
ideas.
but we all see stuff differently, so I don't want to just say I'm getting okay. Because when you said it's just being, um, but I don't know. I forget what you said. It was I said it was a higher being. It's your um, it is a guide. I want to say it's a higher. I want to say higher self. Where's my pendulum? I don't know what in the world.
It didn't radiate light like a flash bulb or fill the room
Oh,
with light, but it was just before the
right.
nightly shower because
Mm,
and he waited because of lightning storms.
so his higher self.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's how they do. I mean, this is
Mental.
and this is what we're made out of. We're made out of the same stuff. We have that light inside of us. So when we're not informed, we have a Merkaba, and we can be light. We can show up as orbs. We have all different. I'm getting it was your higher self, but I'm asking why would your higher self come up like that? Because I got before I was thinking higher self, then I got Hierophant here, which would be in this case spirit wise higher self, in my opinion. And then I got Loyal Heart. Um, let's see what that says. Loyal Heart and two owls. Like, oh, okay. So maybe it's a message that your higher self was bringing in and wanted you to really notice. Do you know what you were thinking about at that time, Craig? Let me see. Right before you saw it, it's usually how they like verify information like that in different ways. Let's see. This means fidelity, loyalty, devotion. Of course, your higher self is devoted to you. So, what are you saying?
I got to interject before I lose track of this thought. I'm receiving go to sleep thinking about it and note that you'll actually have a dream that allows you to glimpse more about who that is.
Hmm. I'm pull another deck, see what they say. And with them involvement. I'm
Calm and
just
clear. I've got energy like calm and clear.
yeah, really cool. So I mean, it's just a beautiful energy, and
It's hopefully you can know. It's got a little hint of a Clara feel, not like it is her. Like it's not. I don't know how to put it, but there's some association there.
for what? Say that one more time.
Association with Clara.
Yeah, I was thinking about Claire too. Um, I got anniversary, birthday, holiday, important day, and reflection, like spiritual reflection, like in deep contemplation. Oh no, usually, and now I'm getting a lot is about to, okay, how they're saying it. A lot is about to occur on the planet, and to know that you are guarded, and protected, all of us. And you're going to get that message from your team. Uh, Now, I'm curious about what's about to happen on the planet. High hypnicity. Let's see if I got anything else from Craig. Do you see any comment from Craig about it, babe?
He was watching a Cary Grant movie, waiting for the storm to stop. And you know what, Craig? My friend took a shower in a storm the other day and said he got shocked. So I think your mom had a good point. A lightning
Oh,
bolt
wow.
struck their house and he got shocked. No, actually, he didn't get
Who?
shocked. He was afraid of getting shocked, but his light bulb blew out when the lightning bolt hit his house. So it can send electricity through. And he either got shocked or was scared he got shocked. I don't remember.
I know,
But
I always go in the shower during a storm. I don't know. I don't have any sense sometimes. Okay, let's see.
you like to live dangerously.
Yeah, I think I
Walk on the
go
wild
take a
side.
shower. Yeah, and go on the wild side. But I do feel Clara had something to do with this too. Mm, I was feeling that she is involved, but she talks to you like all the time. But
It's like she's
it's been,
affiliated with beings that are extremely positive,
mm-hmm,
positively aligned, and their energy, it supports a good conscious awareness of the thinness of the veil and making you notice a little bit here and a little bit more there, a little bit here and a little bit there. It's like helping you to remember some of the a shaman that you have within you and reminding you about how much you can get clearer about these things are relevant as I choose them to be relevant.
mm-hmm. All right. So let's see. I agree with you. I feel like I'm feeling that they're gonna drop more information into me, and because I'm asking a lot of questions. Marie, I'm sorry, where'd she go? You're always welcome here. I was just about that same question, Moonlight Shadow 92, that you were going over and over again, which I get, but we all said enough on it. Okay. All right. So let's go to Carl. Carl's got a couple. Friend and scanning partner. Manny will be joining your show. I think Manny's still asleep because he had to do the funeral today for his bestie, right? Okay, so will the arrival of our team leader this week be financially productive as well as this scanning job associated with her who came who may be hiring us soon, or any other sources while I get funds to move out? What'd you think about the cat rescue thing, Carl?
Or the animal aid, the dog
Yeah,
walker, check in on
yeah,
your pup
yeah,
while you're
yeah.
not home. Yeah.
I would go that route. I'm not sure about these people,
Well,
and I
I
hate
think the
to
Holy
say
Spirit, that's the kind of thing that you can build a reliable platform to
Exactly.
Honestly, find out that people learn to trust you and care about you. Take an
Exactly.
interest, find out what you're interested in, maybe get involved. But you know what? Don't find out that you don't like doing it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you do want to do it, go ahead and do it. We'll allow ourselves to focus in on where you're asking today.
Mm. Mm. Carl, there's some about these, not Manny, this team leader, this female, ever since she's been in this story, which has been a while, she hasn't really produced anything. It's like another story, another week, another week. I don't. Am I saying that right? Let me ask. Is the team leader going to be financially productive? Skinning job. I'm not getting any really like it's momentum energy with the scanning job or the financially productive team leader. What are you getting, Kayleigh? But I think if you do the other stuff that take caring for animals on, with whatever way, dog walking, dog sitting, cat sitting, whatever, I think that would work out for you. You are going to hear news soon. See, you see what that is? That's an eclipse in the background. And this is a Two of Swords. I would wait, and because you got the Page of Swords on the top, but you will get some information. But I'm really hearing that the eclipse pass. You don't have all the information. Nobody does, and things are falling into place. Pieces falling into puzzle. The puzzle pieces are falling into place, but that information is not here yet, and we're all still. And they're saying do the things that you can do, that you are responsible, that you don't have to wait on anyone else to make a path for you. You can make your own path. So that's what I just heard. See,
I thank the Holy Spirit. I like that you thought about it like I would like to care about animals and to find out what happens a lot of times when our mind goes in a certain path and kind of enjoys something that we've considered. Sometimes it'll enjoy making other paths a little harder to achieve to help us do what is more in alignment with our divine gifts in our soul. Now, I have to acknowledge I remember some of how we looked at your Akashic a long time ago. And when I did, I do remember that you have something of a manifesting talent. The challenge with how those function is this. If you're operating from a place of misalignment, you will manifest a whole bunch of nothing. And it likely enough has been the case for a while. I would ask yourself to really trust this. Go through your chakras in your mind. Really feel them. Feel each one. Let an emotion come forward for each one. Start above your crown at the 8th chakra. Go to your 7th chakra, your 6th, your 5th, your 4th, and so on. And go through each one and ask for an emotion to help you understand how in alignment that chakra is, and find out where this misalignment energy is found in your incarnated form, because somewhere in you is a fight to keep you from going in that path. It's been a real struggle, and I noticed that what happened when you were able to achieve there, you maybe had a different energy or a different care about you than you have today. And it may be that your care is evolving in a way that makes a lighter idea happen instead. And I do notice that this is really a creative time. So I want you to give your heart to the notion that I don't have to fear letting these things that I do not directly influence through, that I'm not making happen with my talking and stuff, I don't fear letting those things kind of stand aside while I develop what I can do here and now for me. And I like that I can do something for me. And I like that I can do something to help the animals that I already take care of. And I want to notice that I can do this with the idea that these things may arrive when the timing fits. And I want to align myself to where they arrive in the nick of time if I need to. But don't hesitate. Remember, you've been kind of in that moment, that nick of time moment for a while now. And it feels like relying on them to actually arrive for you is not what's been helping. I do want you to think about it as I'm going to step up. I'm going to let myself find out that there's a way I can do something. Just like Val was saying, that I am able to do it. That feels more happy at this time. And I don't mean to imply that you don't have a success that can come through a different form than I'm talking about right now. I just enjoy the feeling in you of knowing you made it happen. It changes something. It suits your spirit, your soul a lot more.
And you're absolutely right. I think what that's clearing out of you when Kayleigh was talking, Carl, that is what this period for you has been going on. And it's, we build up to these energies, we build up to the basket, we build up to the eclipse season. This has been kind of your primary question, and I get it, right? But when Kayleigh was saying check your chakras, immediately got your root chakra, which is our safety and security of to be here, right? It is so. This is going to change everything for you when you rely on yourself and not others, and you, and this goes for everybody, really. We determine our we create our life by our words, thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, right? And we determine the type of life we would prefer to live. Now, again, we're clearing out the old ways of doing things. Like we need this middleman, right? We need these others to help us succeed. Yeah, it's good to work together, but everybody is in these energies, and not everybody is in their authenticity. You know, I never really got a good feeling on this lady. I was hoping I was wrong. I don't know. Still, even now. Well, they're saying ass. Okay. Is this the highest frequency? Yeah, see, she's been playing games. She's playing games with people. Pretending this, pretending that. And this leads me to the next card I got, which says orphan, right? And you feel left out in the cold. You feel like there's nothing for you out there. Well, at times, I'm not saying all the time. I believe the cats you care for really they do keep you grounded. And but this is a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you are not fitting, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. But then on the bottom, I got, and these things are going on, right? And we can't just discard what's leaving. It's leaving. Allow it to leave. Allow you to take its place. But you do that in here. It says breathe. So, I know things seem, and this goes for all of us, right? Things seem dire. Like I need it yesterday. I don't have time to sit around and breathe. But this is what Spirit's been showing me for over a year. It is enjoy where you're at. You don't have to do stuff all the time. So breathe says patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, and above all, trust. And it's hard, right? But until we take our hands off the wheel and go, that's what you're showing me. Let spirit drive. At least try it. At least, and in those moments when you go, freaking out, what am I going to do? Go to see the cats. Go take care of uh I keep seeing you like getting your own business of caring for animals in some way. I don't know what that would look like where you are. Start out, what Kate said, walking dogs, feeding dogs, going to feed their pets or let them
That's
out or whatever.
how I believe that's how Caesar Milan began.
Was it really? I
Yeah,
didn't know
walking
that.
dogs. He just, I remember I asking the Holy Spirit, is this the right idea? He was helping himself get a little stability financially, and he got into helping people by walking their dogs for him. And what he ended up doing was getting like this huge group of dogs, and he started getting a reputation for his ability to handle them. And as we know, he became the dog whisperer. He's doing all right now. He's doing pretty good.
And they're emphasizing coming through is your authentic self. A lot of people want to say, "Oh yeah, I got connections. I can do this. I can get you this. We're going to get on this deal, and we're going to." It's kind of the old way of collaborating. I don't know.
You might have an idea about a real simple way to start is ask yourself, do I want to create an idea where I can go around, like go out for a day, and in that day I go drop by different people's places and handle taking care of their animal, and I likely will spend 20 minutes helping like feed a dog. I might take a dog or two on a walk for an hour. Who knows? What you do is you allow yourself to feel like it's not a big deal to accomplish getting out and doing kind of a round and having that be nice. And I feel like you might find some people that would be tickled to have their animal engaged in a YouTube show too. You might find some that would
Mm-hmm.
let their animal star in an episode or something. And
Mm-hmm.
it's always fun to get an idea of what people are interested in by allowing people to visit with your daily life a little bit more.
Yeah, I just feel that you're going to meet the right person by taking care of their animal or something. Like it's just, uh,
Wow, T-Lynn, that's an interesting question, by the way.
which one?
Possible, I'm sorry, I just looked over. By the way, thank you, Charlotte. We see that you made a donation, love, and we
Thank
really
you,
appreciate
Charlotte.
that. We'll
Yes.
get this question up next. T-Lynn has a question. Is it possible to get a redirect from AI? Possible to get a redirect from AI, and what spirit's message or warning may be. I just want to make sure we get that one started.
Okay, that's I got a lot. The dog owners at the doggy park. Kayleigh will. Yes, I'll try. Yeah, you go with the. That's where you go to the rich neighborhoods, and you say, I have had this cat rescue, and I'm looking to branch out and help other animals. Make up a card. I don't know if you need
You can
cards now.
take a sheet of paper, print out on it something about
Yeah.
animal aid, or you'll find a great way to phrase it, but something about animal services. And then at the bottom, you cut little strips at the bottom,
Yeah.
like that long, and you just write your number on them. And then people can tear off those little strips. And that way you don't have to worry about investing in business cards until a little further into it. If you
Mhm.
want to get some business cards, though, I bet you could get people interested if you talk about it a lot and show people you're really excited about. We could probably get enough people investing to help you.
Yeah. I don't think it's that much to get business cards anymore, but we could definitely do that. And if you already know that there's a doggy park for the rich, there's where I would be all day long. Really, if I was wanting to, I'm saying do what you love. Of course, you could go work in a restaurant or go if that interests you. But it seems to me you love to to engage with the animals and to help the animals. Yeah, cool, Carl. It'd be cool. I think that's your way forward, honey. Um,
Always
keep
make sure
us.
you get permission before you film anyone. By the way,
Yeah,
big deal. Very important.
yeah, it is. Um, who are we doing? Okay. Uh, all right. Shining love, light, truth. Would love a message from my Noni Carmel, please. Also, any info on gods, elementals, galactic, angelic. I'm not. I don't get names normally. Names. You they always tell me the names. Well, especially dragon names. They'll never be able to pronounce them.
I ask the Holy Spirit to guide Noni to us, to help us see how we can help. She's showing me like typing. What am I supposed to type? I think I'm supposed to write something. She really said this. Okay.
What'd she say?
She said, don't trust anything that isn't real. It will be helpful.
Oh, I love Noni. She's straight up and right to the point. Okay.
Are we typing anything else? I'll let you know in a minute.
Okay. So this makes sense. So, shining love like tree chart is that right now. I can't emphasize this enough about being within yourself and just allowing for what is heck. Allow the uncomfortableness of being there doing nothing. And that's a hard thing to do because we're like, okay, I gotta make my list, gotta make my plans, and it's not saying don't dream, but it's like you're only alive in this now moment, and the more that we can get used to be in the moment that we're in, and know that in that moment, like right now, I can create magic from where I am. Katie's creating magic from where she is. You all are here. We're all here in this moment creating magic together. Um, but we dismiss it. We're like we're always looking for this thing in the future, or tripping over this thing in the past, right? And this is where we got to be in the higher frequencies. And I mean, it was always true that you only live in the moment. But the old era had us chasing our tail all the time, right? Now that we don't, that's being disentangled. We have to allow breathing room because that was a lot of pressure put on us and a lot of um, distorted information on how to create. It wasn't even the right way to create. It was purposely, a lot of this was programmed into us to keep us held back. So as we just be and allow and detangle from that and focus in on the moment, do I want to sit here and think about my ex? Why? Or do I want to focus on this moment? What can I do in this moment that it just makes my heart smile? That makes everything else. I can sit here and just look out the window and just space out, and I'm cool with that. It took me a long time to get here, but that's my what I'm getting. What are you getting, Kayleigh?
Well, I thank her for mentioning to tell you this applies to you too, Charlotte. We do without doing, and everything gets done. There was some reason she was giving me a hand noticing. I'll take care of you in 1 second. She was giving me a hand noticing that it was appropriate to share a light feeling, a light belief about something major that is coming to fruition in our time, in our lifetimes. And I don't know how long that far away that is, but it feels like she was saying what is real and true is coming. And we will all better ourselves by guessing not, by discovering what is real and true is coming. And the light will be great enough for us to grasp its importance. And I do know she's feeling very serious about this. So I want to take care of this gentleman right quick.
Yeah. I mean, it is very serious in a lot of ways. There is something coming. We can all feel it, and it's getting closer and closer. And I watch the sky to try to gauge what's coming, but at the same time, I can feel within my body you're still releasing. You still have to release as we go up the spiral. We go up the spiral because as we release, we drop that baggage, and it opens our energy fields to receive what is of higher frequency, and that is how we're navigating up, out. Well, it's not like we're leaving. We are, but we aren't. We're leaving a density, going into a higher frequency. You got the Imagine card, Shar. So this is what, and you got that beautiful mind. Sit around and imagine and dream and contemplate and think about all the things that you would like to create. Doesn't mean you got to do it right now. It's just the dreamy part of it. This is a Pisces eclipse coming up, 4 degrees. This is all about our dreams, our imagine, our the void, the unknown. We're never going to know Pisces. You're just but this is also at that same time the imagination coming in. How do we calm our nervous system from all this crazy frequencies coming at us from Earth, from the sun, from the cosmos? Gotta go inside. This goes for all of us, and really calm that nervous system, because that nervous system is being upgraded, and we're being upgraded to where we can withstand more higher frequency. Okay, so Imagine says turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity illusions. The power of aligning imagery and feelings is how you manifest. So if I'm sitting here going, oh, I hope this guy calls me or whatever, and I'm always in the back of my head, nobody's gonna call you. Who wants to go out with you? I create that. If I say that to myself, that is what I'm creating. On one hand, I'm saying, yeah, I want him to call me, but inside I'm hearing all this negativity. That's got to get cleared out of the mind. That's all got. Why? So you challenge that thought, you challenge that fear, whatever it is, and you say, I see you. Thank you for showing up, but I would prefer to experience this instead. And it sometimes this repetition just goes on, but it it gets us out of those moments when we sink and we feel stuck. But we're the only ones who can do it, right? We're the only ones in here trying to make sense out of what's in our minds. All right, let's see. Whew.
I'll let you know that, first of all, Nani is impressing me with how much she's caring about how your soul is feeling. And she's wanting you to give yourself a hand with liking how you feel. So she's giving the guidance to remember that it's okay to do things without even giving yourself a hard time about it. And giving you a hand noticing that a good feeling comes when you believe what's real. And she knows she's saying it in a little bit of a confounding way, but she wants you to feel like it's important enough to trust and listen to your heart about it, listen to your spirit about it.
Thank you, Nani. Man, good. I mean, excellent message. All right, Leah. Then we have Catherine, CJ, and Katz. I don't know how things go. Michelle, Craig. Oh, did we read Craig? Oh no, that's the horses. Okay, so we have 10. So that's
Moonlight Shadow just asked a question too.
all right. Okay, we're going to stop questions after this one because I'm pretty sure we don't want to go over 2 hours if it's possible. All right. Yeah, I know. It's been months. It has. It's been years, actually. We just didn't realize how much we were releasing and shedding, right? And now it's getting to, oh, we're getting somewhere. All right. Leah, how about Kayleigh? May I ask the Holy Spirit to express what I need to do to get ready to be on my highest timeline? I'm going to let this little ant outside. Oh, no, come here.
I asked the Holy Spirit to answer this question that Leah is asking with straightforward, interesting energy that will be helpful. We are believing in you, Leah. We are holding out our heart for you doing exactly what you accomplished, discovering you want to accomplish. And I mean letting go of things that no longer serve a use to you. Giving gets you a lot more help than you understand. It's helpful to notice that you gave a little bit of a hope for something and you want to keep going with noticing when you give hope, go ahead and accomplish what you give. Do notice that while you answer people a little bit clearly some days and a little bit less clearly others as you get personally involved, Kayleigh. I thank the Holy Spirit. I'm trying to get out of the picture myself. Hold on. All right, I thank you, Holy Spirit. Where you want to go is noticing what your highest timeline is for you, is going to be I get to do an accomplishment that handles my affairs like it is easy. Vibrant energy, vibrant spirit kind of gets activated with an alignment that makes you aware of what happens when you feel like a breathing soul in the body. It's less accomplishment must be focused on doing the things the world tells you to do, and more accomplishment is focused on what you're hearing inside yourself. Your soul is hungering to have happen. So you want to give yourself that faith that you can hear this. You can remind yourself what matters to you. You can be a blessing. You can give a blessing. You can also have your heart open to hearing that you are aware of it. I am able to do things I never dreamed I could accomplish. So noting that you care about living in this world, living in this life, believe in it. Believe in it with all your heart and all your spirit. And don't give up.
You know, I was getting pretty, Leah, kind of what Aaron's doing. Like you love to do your, to be in the garden and planting. Maybe planting for the city or working to be on your highest timeline. I feel that it's got a lot to do with your ability to grow things. Just brings you so much joy to be outside and doing that. Let's see. You guys just saw me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I got to imagine again. They're saying imagine what your highest timeline is. You don't have to get so much yeah, we got to get vibrationally ready for it, right? But as long as you're true in your heart, which you are, and you're authentic, and you are engaging with these new frequencies, playing around with how good can it get? Show me what I don't know. Show me how good it can get. Show me the magic. Show me the miracles. That's really going to help you open the perceptions, right, and the beliefs. A lot of times we have a lock on those beliefs and those perceptions. We can't go past this line, like kind of like what KAYLEIGH was saying. We've been taught to do it this way. Well, I got to go find this corporate job or this wherever, whatever, something that doesn't resonate with my heart. That is not, that's going the wrong way. That's going back into the old era. And they're saying you already have the vision. Take the steps towards that vision in whatever way you can. Even if you just asking your team, I have no idea where to begin. Show me my next best step. It'll pop in for you. I'm sure you do stuff like this, but keep us posted, because I really, you are on your highest timeline. You're just shedding what's that old stuff that's in us that tells us we have to behave or do it this way. This is the only way. When there's this new frequency here that's working with us to help us remember there's more than the old way. All right, Leah, thank you. We got Catherine. Just going to check the chat. Let's see. I've had dreams 2 nights in a row about a black car having an accident. I think it was my ex-husband, Tim, and that he may have died today. I'm waiting for the phone call, wondering what the guides say. Hi, Silky, Steel, Stitchin', Witchery. Whew, what a name. Cool name, though. I'm asking my pendulum. Did Catherine text him dying of a car accident? Is he going to? Okay. As far as I'm getting he hasn't perished in a car accident. I said, is he going to? And I heard all those timelines. All those timelines are open, and there's free will. It just depends. It might be something else going on with him, maybe.
I thank the Holy Spirit. I was asking about a guide, if a guide had a comment, and I see a kind of fella. I don't know how to describe him exactly. He's kind of short. He almost looks like he's wearing leprechaun clothes for some reason, but he looks like he's not an unserious fellow. And he's like looking ahead, and he's looking ahead and seeing a future without him in it. No, he's not gone that way. As far as I'm aware, we have a question though. What is the purpose of the repeat dream? What is going on with that? There's quite an impact, quite an energy there. It's a hard understanding in no way. It's simple. It's feeling as though there's something that's scary, and it's got a reason to be acknowledged this much. I do have a fear that I want to see something happen so I can notice. It's okay to know I was afraid for that, but it's also okay to know that I chose to believe that I could ask for it to be less terrifying, less scary than I was afraid of. So do that. Feel as though I can ask in the Holy Spirit, I hope you can answer this. Will we find out that her ex-husband passed, Catherine's ex-husband passed? He's not yet aware of it, like he's gone. Going is not impossible. Gone is yet again not yet happened. Do fear it not. Let yourself feel like what you're really asking is, can I ameliorate the effects of a dream? A dream comes through a council that determines a way to influence our behavior. They do often enough coincide with events that actually occur. A lot of times what they're giving us is an excuse to manifest. Now, creating in your own mind and heart how much you manifest the creation from the dream, you would get yourself in quite a tizzy, because you would almost fear that you're causing things to happen that you don't want to have happen. So instead, what you give yourself is an understanding like this. I do want to have that. I can understand I had a purpose for that dream. I choose that the purpose for that dream is something that I can resolve. It is a heads up. instead of a terrifying thing. And I do want you to go into your heart and ask that you find the way to actually cause it to be less destructive than it seems. And then give yourself the hand noticing that when you see the result, the outcome, it's going to be, yes, that is connected to the dream. And yet I could read it a little bit less scary. And I'll see that help you in the future, in the days ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it's too, it may be the closing out of a cycle. If there's any kind of, residue left there on this relationship, maybe. They were showing me that, what KAYLEIGH was talking, but
I can tell you, I give you an understanding. Dreams have been quite an interesting thing along my path. And what I was liking to discover about them is they can come in a way that's predictive. They can also come in a way that helps us to gain insight how we want to interact with our lives. And we don't always give them the right to determine what's going to happen. We can create, like, it's an energy, and I function well noticing I work with the energy and concern myself about letting it be less harmful than it seemed. If that makes sense. I hope it does.
And a lot of dreams is if it's a good dream is how my team explained it, was that's kind of inspiration from your higher self, and when I say spirit team, I am always talking to my higher self. There is other beings there, but it is the one who directly engages me. So when that inspiration comes in, right? Now, if there is a nightmare, because I used to be plagued by nightmares, but this is before I was awakened, and it was from childhood for years. I never even had good dreams. They were always terrifying. So it was like a push, a motivation for me to see that I'm in a loop, right? I'm in this fear loop, but I didn't understand that, right? I was just trying to live on 3D. I had no idea about any of this other stuff going on. Of course, I was a young kid, but anyway, I hope that helps, Catherine. Keep us updated. Let us know what happens, what you find out. All right, that's a big question, but we will switch it up. Let's see. Okay. CJ Cats. What is my next best step forward on my spiritual path?
Ooh. Well, I give you what I got because it came quick. I'm literally seeing you stepping onto like a stepping stone, but it goes whoop. You step on it and it goes like woo. It goes way up really fast. I don't know where to go from there. I just saw that and I wanted to share it while it's fresh. I aligned to the Holy Spirit to understand. You're having a reason to elevate very quickly, and you'll seldom see it like that, but this time it's worth doing. Notice you don't really get to say no. It's a choice you're making on a place that you want to hear from. So go ahead and give yourself a hand, noticing it's okay to have a pretty big step up that comes like, what happened? That was really big.
Ah, cool. Yeah, more information is flowing into you. See, you're still mending. Let's see what that means. And then, and that mending is bringing you into a deeper knowing of which way to go. Let's see what they're saying. So I was getting, we're all in this pause, void space, doing our releasing, receiving thing. So when they say mending, it doesn't mean like, oh my God, it's just, you're in that space of releasing, receiving. Again, just be. Then I'm sorry, I repeat myself all the time, but this is what they're telling me all the time. Okay, so I went to the wrong one first. 52 is mending, and it says forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Allow the hurt to pass through without understanding. And each time we are hurt, and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories. I don't know. It's now time for mending rifts, healing wounds, letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. All right. So then we got deep knowing, which was on the bottom, that says intuition, listening to the oracle within you. We are all our own oracle. Empathy, hypersensitivity. It does feel like, oh my, again, there's that feeling of urgency, kind of like, I need to be doing something. I need to be productive. I need to take care of business. Things need to be done. That's that old era energy still. It's deep within us. I mean, it's been lifetimes we've lived like that, and as we detangle from it, it is not easy. It is not easy to sit yourself in a space and say, "It's okay if I don't do anything." It took me so long to get to that point, and I mean, you do it, and I still get wrapped up. I still think, oh, I didn't do this yet. I have a list, and uh, I'm not trying to do anything during the eclipse season because it's really a futile endeavor. You haven't, what's being eclipsed is whether it's a belief, a thought, idea, words. It's being eclipsed, whether we are aware of it or not, and it's not always a pleasant feeling, but I feel like you're right there. You're in that healing space, and you're in that receiving space, and that's exactly where you need to know. It's you trusting your intuition and what's coming in for you, to you. It's important that you trust yourself, right? All right. Already. Thank you, CJ Cats. I hope that helps. All right, Michelle, are you here? Hello. Do my guides have any messages for me? I just see you like skipping through a meadow. I feel like you're a very happy person, or that you're by yourself. Is that her? Is that her? Are you getting anything? Okay.
Well, I thank the Holy Spirit. Is Michelle here? I haven't seen her response yet.
I know, I haven't either. So maybe we should go on to the next till we see her.
She's here. Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right. I thank you so much. We just want to make sure that we're reading with you present, so we're not, sharing your stuff with everyone else instead. I thank the Holy Spirit. I ask the Holy Spirit to give us an idea, to give us an image of a guide who has something to share with Michelle, one of Michelle's own guides.
Maybe they want you to skip through the meadow. That's it. Well, I'm trying to get up.
I have somebody who's feeling more like family, who's not actually a spirit guide, and I'm asking, is this a father or a father figure? He's seeming, I'll describe what I'm seeing. He's kind of lean, seems tallish, seems to have kind of a stature to him, a stature about him, and thinning gray hair. I feel like he's somebody who's familiar with you. He's standing by. He's standing by, hoping that you recall what he's here about. I have a light feeling. He's trusting this. He's putting his finger on what? Is he scared? No, I am. Okay. Michelle says, I am at peace. That's wonderful. Husband. Bless you. Okay. Okay. He's doing this. He looks super serene, like happy and serene. There's this big, say the best part. I thank the Holy Spirit. He's giving us a fear not. He's saying, if you know who I am, say who I am. I'm describing the visual as well as I can. Kind of tallish, lean, graying or thinning hair, like almost balding. A fear in him, not a fear in me. I'm just going to keep describing. Stature, kind of standing like there's this conscious awareness of being present. A very balanced feeling, kind of like a quiet man. He's saying something about his breath on your ear.
Talking. He's talking. He talks to you a lot.
I know that the Holy Spirit is trying to give me a hand and I'm not quite catching on. Is this Johnny? I guess we're talking Johnny. He's fearing nothing. He's kind of giving a hint, though. He said that how you were feeling about him was he cared a lot more than a brother. So I don't notice that. I want to remember this is a discussion. I want to find out who this is for you. Who it is caring enough to say, I love you. I don't want you to fear who I am. I want you to note that who I am is somebody who is caring about you like I am not ever gone. Such a calm smile, such a calm smile. It's this confidence, this sweet and not like cloying sweet, like confident, warm, faith in you kind of person. I'll let you know, I'm working through this. I don't normally have this much discussion in my mind. I'm just going to say, I thank you, Holy Spirit. He will let you notice himself a lot more close to you. We wanted you to see that we're receiving an image. We do know that the image is accurate if he is ready to see himself like that. He's wanting to see himself in a very mature fashion where he stands strong and confident and full of support. And he's helping himself see that that is the image he wants to project because it feels very much like a father type figure who is able to give a strong warmth to you and who does give you a hand, seeing that he is not a guide. He is a, what's the right word? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Caring being. Caring. So much caring. So much caring. Helping.
Well, I'm getting that whenever these, if Stephen and Johnny pop into your head, and randomly out of nowhere, that means that they're close by. I always get that with loved ones. I got first card I picked for you was peace. Then again, we got the Imagine card. So this is what's that statement you're saying? Choose peace. They're saying choose peace. Is that what you're saying? Freedom from attachment, radical acceptance is what this peace card means. Freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. Um, Again, I feel like this is, yeah, you're releasing some of these. Mm,
I feel for you,
okay.
Michelle. You've had a lot of loss.
Yeah, that was just getting at. It was just like this is something you've been processing. This is part of your clearing of the. I don't want to say you're clearing, people you love. I don't mean it like that, but part of you is being cleared as these people have transitioned and they're right there on the other side. They are, I want to say, encouraging you to live the life that you prefer. Again, I got the imagine card. Imagine what it is that you want to experience. See that, uh, I guess, being guilt free about living the life you would prefer to live. Okay, that's more what I'm getting is like this, the freedom to actually go and live without feeling, well, I might be betraying someone. Um, let's see. So imagine turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings. That's the line I wanted. Creativity, illusions. I want to say let's stick with who do we want to, who do we want to be going forward without any of this heaviness, right? This I feel that you feel this very heavy from the loss, and that, like, you're not sure that you can. Okay, now they're showing me again you dancing in the field, well, skipping. It's like you're free, right? And you're free to choose, and you have different circumstances, different people around you now, and you're free to choose however you want to go forward. Um, Let go of the past. We can let go of the past without. It's a very hard feeling to describe. It's like when people pass. Of course, you care and you want to be there for them, and they do come and they do talk to you, and they are. Um, I want to say they're encouraging you to choose to live, to go, and create this. We've all been recreating our new identity without feeling the, I can't say, I'm not getting the right word. The burden of, like, betraying people who have transitioned. Does that make sense at all? That's what I'm getting, and I'm sorry. It's just getting. This is about you. This is you. This is your time to go forward. I wasn't getting any of these.
I have a gift to share. There is a reason to tell you this. The fellow I'm perceiving, he did finally clear up a little bit of confusion. He said the word family right when he arrived because I was asking about a guide, and he appears and he shakes his head and goes, family. So, no, this is a family person, a family affiliation. Now, he addressed something towards you. He seemed to be holding something out to you, but I wasn't quite clear what it was. He said he's giving you a gift and you'll receive it in your heart and you'll notice it. It'll be apparent to you in your heart. And it may be an image will come to your mind. It may be a tickle comes to your heart. It'll feel as if you're aware of somebody having given you a gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, and you are. This is what you've been in this process of doing. And it's kind of an odd place to be, right? You lost your husband and your brother, and it's almost like, how do I go forward? Um, oh, that was very nice. He wanted you to live and be happy. He had cancer. Okay. And I keep seeing the guy that Katie was describing coming in and talking to you and encouraging you to enjoy life. Again, we're in this weird frequency, this weird astrology eclipse season, and it's okay if you don't have all the answers right now. It's okay to take your time and be in the peace and the solitude and the imagination dreaming. I'm not getting there's like a rush for you to get on it and do something. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Sue Toffee. Hi, Dora Moreo. Oh, that's a nice name. Amanda Celeste. Who else did I see? Venus rising. I do have your question. Make sure I got down to everybody. All right. Here we go. Okay. We're going to. Do you want to read on the horses? Do you want to do this last?
I'm happy to know that we are aware that this is, I am thanking the Holy Spirit. It's not a big deal to notice that this is essentially a continuing attack on the native people of this land. It's hard to say more about it, as if we had not done enough damage. It's hard to say more about it. We do care to know that it's not going to hurt the horses more than life with a natural with a death would have. It's scary to note that they go, and we are hard pressed to find a heart about it. Except for this, we want to care about it all that we can. Say everything that you can publicly. Draw as much attention as you're capable, and note that you can influence it to be a different idea than he's trying to make it out to be. We do get that there's a lot of warriors who want to scare him away, and he's hard to scare because he's ensconced in a castle, in a palace, and he's caring a whole lot about himself getting more and more and more, and other people can eat cake. He's not really scared about what's going to happen, how his life is going to turn out, and he's not aware of it as he's criminally liable for so much now. He gets to find this stuff. When he does find it out, it will be a care that we don't have to worry about because we're not the ones that get to face what he faces. I do know also that I love the horses so much, I will put in my mind that we can find an idea that answers your heart about them, and it will come in just a little bit.
I don't understand what I'm getting. I'm seeing Mustangs are obviously fast horses, and I'm seeing them ride and ride and ride it, and then I see them in spirit ride and ride and ride and the swiftness of it, the swiftness of their pace, and how it. It's like they're on the other side of the veil, right? These horses that are now there's a lot of where they're not going to end up. He's not going to be able to slaughter them all. They are going to thrive, because that was the first question I asked, and continue. And he's being exposed, but they have a part to play in exposing us, and I don't exposing him. I mean, he's already exposed, in my opinion. So I'm trying to figure out what that means, and it's interesting. The spotlight. Okay, I just saw the spotlights on him now. And they're doing so much behind the scenes. and so fast. Really is trying to destroy America from the inside out, and thinking that he can take this land, remove the horses so they can drill in like put walls up in Big Ben, or drill in the state parks or national parks, stuff like that. It's all going to happen.
There's also an interest. There's certain areas of land that have been set aside to not permit any road developments through them, to keep them natural. There's an attempt now to remove the restriction on road development in those lands. And we want you all to know this is a comment time for that. And I don't have the link on me. I'll see if I can find it. Maybe I can post it later. Actually, I'm going to look it up real quick. Comment site for roadless issue. So people that want to comment on it can actually do so. There we go. I'm just going to put...
they're not going to, it's going to go to court, and they're not going to be able to do it.
Sometimes I like that he's going to find out that it's not quite as easy as he thought to accomplish a lot of things that he...
But he just doesn't.
Tries.
He'll just go and try and do it anyway. Like a war, you know?
Oh, this year the federal government is not paying for COVID shots or flu shots. Flu shots, that's actually really, really, really a big deal for people of a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
And COVID shots, I think, honestly, I care about this a lot in this way. I have actually had friends who did find out that the COVID shot was not good for them. And I mean, they died. And I'm talking, they died of the things that people associated the COVID shot with potentially causing, but it's rare. I also have friends who maybe definitely survived COVID because they got the shot. So I do have kind of a guidance in me that says I can relate to people from each side of this, but I do care that people who find that they have a requirement for it are able to get it. And I don't like that at all, that they would make it harder to get for people who do have a requirement for it.
I'm telling you, look what they're doing in Indiana. They want people to perish. You know, that's this whole... I'm sorry, it's the predator. They're parasites. They're predator class. They are not here for us. And this is why it's so important that we do this inner self-care, self-connection, self-knowing, and aligning ourselves with whatever may be coming up in the future. That there's so much going on.
BD, I know that there's been a lot of horses, including some horses that are domestic bred, and say service horses, ex-race horses. There have been so many horses that are funneled into what they call the slaughter pipeline. I do feel like we have to do a lot better for the horses on purpose. I'm saying it like this. There aren't enough people who have the resources to take care of horses for the way that we have horses in the world today. What we do require is honestly allowing the horses to have wild space. And we do have an issue with that because there are a lot of people claiming that space, and they're actually trying to claim it in a way that makes it inaccessible to the beings that have a right to live in this world with us. I don't have any horse in this race in particular. This is a remote sort of view of it. We're killing off the life that actually sustained us for a long time. We fear doing that because we honestly recognize there may be a time we need to return to asking that life to support us. And we need to change our understanding one way or the other. Either we give a hoot about the natural life here, or we don't. And when we don't, it actually happens to be clear a whole lot less souls are going to care to come here, and the ones that do are not going to be the nicest ones. So I do fear how this would go if we let it go in that direction. I feel like we want to save the natural world as much as we can.
Yes, and that is going to happen. When I was seeing the horses galloping, I was seeing a lot of Native American Indians too. So, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know that is being played out and realigned. We came to America. Well, we didn't, right? But those that came here and took over America and killed the natives, made America and then went around the world and suppressed many countries for the resources,
I don't eat meat either, BD.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember how old I was when I stopped eating meat. I was vegetarian for a long time and then vegan, and then now I do eat some eggs from the chickens I have here, but I don't often touch dairy or anything else. I noticed that the reason that I got into it though was because I watched some information about slaughterhouses and what actually occurs. And once you look into that stuff, it's really hard to not remember it.
Can't eat. And I'm not gonna sit and say I'm a vegan. Pretty much pescatarian. I will eat fish and shrimp, but I'm even getting away from that. So it's really hard to. Nothing really resonates with me. And now, look, because everything's been deregulated, a lot of our food is compromised, right? This is, to me, it's a insidious plot going on. But they are going to get. There's going to be a reckoning. There is. I don't know when. I don't know how. And I would say between this eclipse and the Venus and Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio season, during Scorpio season. So that's October 21st to November 21st. It's a lot is going to be revealed and excavated, is what I just heard. Yeah, they don't have empathy. They're parasites, T-Lin. It's pretty bad. In fact, this is the show I want to do. I want to go into more detail on when we say parasites, when we say predator class, like the membership show that we want to get together. But I wanted to wait until after the eclipse season because I'm still being rearranged too. It's not an easy time right now for any of us. All right.
I'm being summoned if you want to get the next question up.
Sure. Hey, BDO. Hello. Why has my life gone to hell in a handbasket in the last couple of months? Thanks. This is what I'm saying. This 2026 is not the year to, but it's like we're being tossed in the waves, right? And every time a wave comes, if you fight it, you get knocked back. You're underwater. You're sucking in water, right? Just flow with it and allow things repair faster, right? What's going on is gotta look at it like we're being shook loose, right? Too, like that water is just taking all this trauma, pain, and crap out of us, but at the same time you're being shaken. Like, get it out, let it go, so you can flow, right, and be in alignment for what is coming in for you. I hope that helps, video. Let's see what
my very first thought is if you have the confidence to let us look into your astrology, we think, and I thank the Holy Spirit, there may be an answer in there that has a little bit more definity about time frame, what you can utilize this time for. I'm getting Saturn, an image of Saturn in my mind. how Saturn relates to us is a little strong. um, it's aligned to the concept of response of our structures in our life, and how much we are getting tested a lot of times comes from it might be a Saturn return, it might be another aspect that Saturn is forming, or an aspect to Saturn. What we look at there, if I'm getting Saturn, I'm going to go ahead and read, thank the Holy Spirit. I'm going to read from what I would give somebody having a difficult Saturn energy. We have that Saturn says, I want you to prove that the structures you depend on are worthwhile. Where they are unworthy of your true journey, you're going to discover that they are not going to be able to hold up under the pressure or the scrutiny. It's kind of like reorienting yourself, reorienting your security, and allowing yourself to find out that it is ultimately of benefit is a great thing. Now, note that when Saturn is active in such a way, what we find a lot of times is a sense of things can be a little gloomier. Um, they sometimes feel a little bit more heavy, like we have to do things that aren't as fun. And we do sometimes enjoy less prosperity during that time frame, which is why I would encourage you to think, if you want to connect at some point, it would be helpful to notice that your birth information could let us hone in on that time frame. Don't hesitate to think of it, though, as I'd like to view it like I have a strict instructor who is visiting me for a time. This instructor is evaluating the security aspects of my life. And this instructor is going to give me a little bit of a struggle where it's not the best thing for me to think of it as secure. And where it is good to be secure, you'll probably find it's something you can rely on and you don't have to question. So do feel like it's a benefit where you discover you have something you haven't had to question. Thank the Holy Spirit and say, oh, I'm actually very happy to know this is secure. And I will let this be the blessing to notice this part, this aspect of my character, my life is secure. And there you have something to look forward to, because where you are secure, you find that that is something to retain for the long haul. And where it is less secure, you're going to find the serenity comes from surrendering the desire to try to control it, as much as you actually just find, I'm going to put my shoulder to the wheel and my nose, however it goes, nose to the grindstone. I don't remember. I'm going to keep it going as long as I have to just make it clear. We think you have a Saturn energy happening. We think the aspect is likely one of the harder ones, either an opposition or square, if not a Saturn return. And we thank the Holy Spirit. You're going to get through it. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be frightened. What you have to be is willing to accept when it's time to make a change. And do accept it with grace. And you'll find that you are helped along with any necessary change.
And it can be terrifying, right? And that's what I'm kind of feeling. It's like you're holding on to the old, like as the new is trying to come in. And if you just let go, it's going to just click into place. Again, what KAYLEIGH said, both of us do readings. Both of our information's in the description box if you'd like to get your chart done. It is an important, funny, got by the book here. Kind of does remind us of Saturn, doesn't it? By the book. So let's see what that says. By the book. Number 11, video. Let's see. It says, abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting culture or family customs, universal laws. Now, let me say, for the most part, all those old constructs in the old era are being reimagined into the new era. We can't take a lot of that distorted information with us. So if there is these, I have to be a doctor, in my family, I was told I had to be a doctor, whatever. It could be of any uh, social rules or conformity or culture or family customs. but you never wanted to be a doctor. But you went and became a doctor anyway, not knowing you didn't want to. That kind of stuff is got to be released out of us. It's not for us to live other people's ideas of what they think our life should be. I hope that helps. Keep us updated. It's gonna get. I don't even want to say it's gonna get better because it's just such a shit show right now. But as long as we're working inside, honoring ourselves and how we are in moment to moment, talking to our guides, doing what we love, focusing on our our preferences, you keep yourself flowing in that way instead of crunching, kind of tensing up and going, now we all get those moments, and yeah, you got to scream it out, yell it out, and get your anger out. That's cool. You got to do that. You got to release it. Then when you're finished, you just, okay, don't want to experience that anymore. I'd rather experience this. And we have those choices in every moment. That's what's so important about knowing that you live in the moment. You are not tethered to the old stories. I hope that helps, BBO. Okay, plant calm, RH, unavailable, ethnicity, Aaron, I got moonlight shadow, silk, Jan. I'm going to go with Jan. Got a double question. Venus rising, Dora Morario. Hope I'm saying that right. Let's see. Is this trip to Norway a better idea than any alternative? Would it be successful? I'm mindful of the cost and planning. Please ask Spirit.
I remember this coming up before, and what was funny was after it came up, I remember I thought to ask in my heart about, because I think you asked in the comments if the alternatives were better. And then I think we just got so busy we didn't come back to that question. And I remember when that came up, I received, there is a better alternative. So I'm going to go ahead and just for funsies have the pendulum out. Is the trip to Norway a better idea than any alternatives? No. Would it be successful? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like you can do good, but you can also do another thing better.
I think this is going to lead you to something else. Going to Norway is going to create something that I'm getting a really good. I'm not getting what it is. It's going to connect you to your next best step, and I don't understand what that means. So
is there an option that has something to do with being near water?
Isn't Norway surrounded by water?
Yeah, but this is like, I don't know if I'm asking the right question. I'm seeing water. I'm seeing like big water. I don't know whether we're talking a big lake or ocean. I feel like it sort of has a heavy feeling, like it's big and powerful. And I'm wondering if any of these options you have in mind would take you near to a coast, or I hope it's okay to ask also, do you happen to know if you've got Pisces or a water sign very prominent in your chart too? Because it could have a little bit of an affiliation with the energy being improved for you, like that. What did you draw?
I got imagine again, and it does look like water. And then I got this round and round first, and that looks like water, and that is a
seashell.
A shell, right? Yeah.
A conch, I think they're supposed to be said.
It's so hard to get the human words, and sometimes you're getting both, and you're just like, it'll come in. Oh my God, what's that state called?
I'm seeing the word November. And I thank the Holy Spirit. We guess that you would probably get a good notion by about November. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting a little hint, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to give myself a little wiggle room on this. I can tell you, I feel like it might be related to thinking about how the world looks after November and around that time. And I want you to think heavy thoughts, not, but think mobility, motion, change. Okay, I'm glad I can make this happen. That kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as you're going and you're making you're consciously making the choice and deciding to go to Norway to do this, whatever it is. I mean, and this isn't the first time you brought this up. You did bring in another country, and I can't remember which one it was. But I feel Norway is going to bring you um, to leads that your heart prefers to experience, not just your bank account or your mind. Yeah, I'm not even getting a card that makes sense.
Remember that the trip to Norway is able to be successful.
Yeah.
So do have that in your heart. Like, I can go ahead and get an idea about some plans there. And you might find it's not too hard to transition those plans to another idea if it comes to that.
Okay, so then I got timing, rhythm, synchronicity, momentum. You see, so there's something about this that's going to benefit you. Let us know. Let us know what goes on there. It sounds really cool. Hi, Judith Anderson. Um, yeah, I got Silky Jan. I got her.
She's got some lives coming up.
Who?
Silky Steele's Kitchen Witchery.
She got them coming up now. Like she needs to
I
go.
think so. Well, maybe because she mentioned she had to get ready for her lives, but she'll be listening.
Oh, okay, let's see.
So
Okay,
she might have one in.
Actually, can I change my question? I had a vision for a while. I was in a liminal space before I fell asleep, not falling asleep because of it. A woman driving off the road into the river and not being able to get out of the car. And I very specifically told Spirit I did not want to see that sort of thing if there was nothing I could do about it. I didn't know her. I didn't know where it was. It was horrifying. I hate those. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, and once you make that decision and you say that to Spirit, I'm asking if it was someone she needed to know. This lady.
Could I ask if you're able to answer? I know you're getting ready out there. Was it after you told Spirit you did not want to see that sort of thing that you had this vision?
Yeah.
Or did you tell Spirit that after you had this vision?
Yeah, because sometimes the tricksters will come in and mess with you, with these visuals. Was it a trickster? Was it a trickster? Was it a warning? No. What are you getting, Kayla?
I thank the Holy Spirit. I can give you that the energy I was reading from it, first of all, was horrifying, like terrifying to see, to witness and observe. Where I went from understanding how scary that was is it can be accomplished that you needed to hear something that is going to give you a lift, preparing for your lives. And we wanted you to see a feeling like I can take a leap and not actually have a scary idea. I can think of it like I am actually able to take off and go up and not go down. And we do know, as far as going into a thought about this being a care about a person who has had or is having that experience, I don't know that you would have to put it in your mind that this is somebody who's literally in the material world having that kind of experience. Now, we do know people have had those experiences. It doesn't mean you have to feel like you were given this impression from someone who specifically did. It may also be useful to see it in a little bit of a spiritual light. A person who is going somewhere pretty quick and then they go down really fast and then they're stuck and water flows in and they're overwhelmed, they're overtaken. That can kind of serve to actually feel like I can say it. All right, it can be read like a metaphor for
Mm-hmm.
the very idea of going off a cliff and going down and drowning. To me, drowning is like water emotion overwhelming me, being trapped
Mm-hmm.
somewhere with emotion overwhelming me. I would ask you to let yourself feel like what you have there is an example of, I want to get this out of me. I'm going to shock me. I'm going to see it and be like, ah. And then I'm going to determine not happening. Not happening. It's
Cancel,
like, get the
delete.
fear out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you say, no. And that's how I would go with it.
That's how I do it too. Anytime a visual comes in and I'm not crazy about, I'm like cancel, delete. If especially if it's a random thing like out of nowhere, it's usually trickster coming around, doing some parasite stuff.
It's
Um,
okay to mention that there are some truly important things to understand about when you're aware of beings around you. Some of
mhm.
the ones that are hoping to draw your attention are like the parasites that have come up here before, that we've talked about before. They want to know, they want to try to influence people who can create in the world. Now,
Right.
we're incarnated. We can move things with our hands. We can do things with our minds. We can make this world change and do
Speak.
things in this world. So they hope to influence us. And one
Mhm.
way they do that is catch our attention, get us thinking ways that we wouldn't normally think, and then they're
Horrified.
in a
Right.
lot of ways, yeah. So I would, and I thank the Holy Spirit, I would look at it like somebody wanted to scare you. You're going to turn it to your advantage by saying, whew, I got the scared out of the way, not happening.
Mhm.
And that's it.
End the subject. Yeah, and always, whenever, because what's coming from spirit. This is why I don't think it was your team. Um, you you just tell them to leave. That's thank you, no thank you. But that is all those like fatal visuals, those bad dreams. All that is to extract emotion from us, right? Because they need our emotion. They feed off our emotion, um, or they used to. So this one, no. Okay, here's what I got. Ignore.
Hey, good one. Good one.
Yeah, overlook it. Cancel, delete it. Like when a bad thought comes in, a bad visual that you weren't even thinking, nothing like that. No, nothing like that was even in your awareness. It's something around, because there's stuff flying around all the time that wants to try to influence the light. And you just tell them they don't have any power here. Just like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. I'm telling you, that was one of the best things that we could say. You don't have any power here anymore. All right, let's see. RH unavailable. Are you here? And then we got hypnicity. Ah, thank you, fairy goddess tarot. Nice to see you here. Yeah, we're trying to go fast, but it doesn't work that way. Our gods are really wordy. Sometimes our gods have things just, they want to get clarity to people, and it's we like to do that. Thank you, Craig. Oh, from Clara, that was so sweet. Thank you, Craig. Hi, Judith Anderson. All right, just going through. Ah. Cool, Tina. Okay, Venus rising. I've got your question still too. Okay. Well, hi, will there be any new romances for me in the rest of 2026? Right. Yes. I'm going to ask a pendulum. I see you're preparing through 2026 for 2027 or on. Um, kind of everything is upheavaled in the upheaval. Um, which one? And to really go in and cultivate that relationship with yourself first is important right now. You getting anything, Ben?
Well, I have a dog who just noticed the food bowl. She's been ignoring me, so y'all forgive the crunching in the background.
It's okay.
I thank the Holy Spirit. I do have a little impression to give you. It's the funny thing is when I saw it, I thought it was really sweet, and so I'm going to give it to you just as I saw it. I saw a boy, and he's holding out a flower, and it's like the kind of flower that a kid would draw. It's got those little simple petals and the little round center, and it's yellow, and it seems really like a sweet picture. The kid's holding out the flower. And I felt like how I would say it is allow yourself to go with the flow and see what happens.
Yeah, I got exchanging gifts here. It's kind of what Katie was just saying. It's the law of giving and receiving, currency trade-offs, weighing costs and determining value. And then I got loyal heart, which I believe this is you. Oh, okay. They're saying don't your loyal heart is your greatest treasure. Do not exchange it for those that are not worthy. You will. This is a good learning and discernment too of who is worthy of your sharing your love. Okay. I think there's some stuff going on. It's getting cleared out, like in the background here. It's not like, and that's why it's going to be into 2027 because there's, as all of us are, clearing some really deep, heavy internal things that we might not even have a name for. I hope that helps. RH, unavailable. Hypnicity. I'm feeling disconnected. Yes. See, disconnection in eclipse season makes sense because we're all being cleared out. We're in the void. We are like nothing and everything. It's a weird, odd feeling. But know that, again, there's this stuff going on within your field, with your teams that is being realigned, that you are being cleared from being okay, they're using the word detangled again, from old stories that no longer serve you. And you are kind of just being asked to just be and allow that. I mean, I know this keeps repeating, but this is what I keep getting. And this is a long cycle. Seems like I've been saying this for years. Few years. Here you go. Regeneration. You are being regenerated. Hypnicity. Let's see what that means real quick. And then I'm sure. Rebirth. Second chances, new opportunities. See, there's just so much going on behind where that. And then the other one was building blocks. So as that is being realigned and cleared out, you are being literally like your frequencies are. I don't know how to explain how I'm seeing it. Things are being rebuilt in your frequency, like in a photonic level. Photonic. And the first time I think I said that word. Let's see. So building blocks says strong foundation, a beautiful work in progress. That's what you are, Hypnicity, a beautiful work in progress. Things are going to pieces of the puzzle. They always show me this big puzzle, kind of like these are building blocks, and they are coming in. But you are releasing to receive. It's constant. It's big. This is big. I can't even put words to how big this time period, these last few years is. What do you got, KAYLEIGH?
I ask in the Holy Spirit. We were seeing an image that I want to describe to you as well as I can. We're seeing you, Hypnicity, and I'm thinking about alignment. Because a lot of times if someone feels disconnected, one of my first thoughts is there might be a little bit of a chakra issue or something. And I'm seeing you, and it's like your head is looking at your alignment, and the upper part of you is trying to stay in alignment. And then the lower part of you, it's like something has a hold of you and is trying to pull you out of
Yeah.
alignment.
Wow.
And I felt like it was such a vivid image. I had to describe it to you just as I saw it. It was sort of simple. We don't know why, but something is letting you know that your lower aspect is bringing you away from your true alignment. Your upper self does know I choose to stay in alignment. And I would let your upper self notice that what you're asking is, how do I get my lower self to let me stay in the alignment that I am choosing, that I'm asking about? And what I'd ask you to do then is give yourself a hand going into a little state of meditation and go into your heart and then ask, heart, do you have any concerns that I'm not addressing? And feel like it's totally safe to ask, that your heart wants to hear you asking, and that it has a little light to give you about how soon it is easy to feel your proper self. And you do notice that it's not really a scary idea to get that sometimes a little piece of ourselves is feeling fearful or fretful and doesn't notice how to get our attention except to disconnect or read us a little bit out of alignment, give us a part of ourselves that is not working quite how we want it to. So do notice that it's, and I thank the Holy Spirit, we don't want you to fear this. We want you to feel like it's really no big deal. A little aspect of self is asking for your attention in a lower way, a lower form. And we ask that you notice it's okay to do it and it feels like a good idea. And then you feel free once you know what it is, and you can take some kind of action to change that for your benefit. And we thank you for your presence and your question. It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
And I note that it does feel like the response is actually helping you right away as soon as you let yourself do a little meditation.
Yeah. Yeah. And KAYLEIGH's right about that. That's something at the bottom trying to pull us. Our root chakra is being realigned because the safety and security issues coming up of our well-being, of our humanity's well-being, on, right? And it's important to ground, get out in nature, and take time for yourself, and really feel into the safe. I am safe. I'm here. I'm now. I can feel myself. I'm safe. I am okay. I mean, we got to, I go through this too. You got to like kind of just take that minute and be like, no, not listening. I'm not going to listen to how the world's falling apart, and the hype of it, right? Because it is hype, a lot of it. Not saying it's not happening, but a lot it is being extremely hyped up. Everybody's talking. Everybody's got something to say. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. All right, Hypnicity. I hope that helped. Aaron, let me just check the chat. Oh, thank you, Craig. That's right. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Judith Anderson, thank you. Said it's okay to answer her question because she had to step out, Craig, or not to answer her question? I'm sorry.
She
I'll
did
go.
say to answer it. She said she had to leave it
Okay.
really soon to go take
Gotcha.
care of watering the plants at the sheriff's.
I know that's so excited for her. That's what I see like Leah doing. I see like kind of the same type of thing. How do I better build a bridge to the more joyful expression that my soul wishes for? That we discussed previously. Much gratitude. You're doing it. You're building that bridge. You really are. I know it seems slow. Everything seems like it's just like, again, you're in the waves or you're stuck in the mud or you're out in the void and you don't know what's going on and nothing really makes sense. And it's one of those, I mean, it is. I do ask this question probably every day. And it's just like, I'm like, is there anything that you want me to do today? You know, I mean, always have a schedule with KAYLEIGH, you know, on Fridays. And yesterday, everything just kind of was spinning out of control. And it was like, it's okay, just put it for tomorrow, you know? And that immediately relaxed KAYLEIGH and I, right? Because we were like, I'll be there. I'm going to be there later. I'm not going to be there, whatever. Just like, don't even do that to yourself. Just take it and move it.
I'm glad you found Sam, by the way.
What?
She found the good news guy. He's on YouTube. He's a real.
Oh, I love him. Yeah, good news guy. Yeah.
He's a nice person. You always feel lifted when you watch him. So.
Yeah.
That's a good way to. Helping you out with this is actually a pleasure. I ask the Holy Spirit to guide. We notice that one way is to give yourself a hand, noticing that the joy is not actually a foreign thing. It's not like you don't notice it when it happens. You notice it when it happens, and it is good to know that you know what it is. You recognize it. So I'd say familiarity is a really good idea. Reminding yourself that you are familiar enough to know joy is like reminding yourself, like you have an old friend you haven't seen in a while, and you care about this old friend being present with you. So it's like asking that you're able to invite joy to come and stay with you, and find out that joy is a really, really, really good person to see with you. Like it's someone that you wanted to invite in for so long. You almost let yourself fear letting this person come in because you weren't sure it was actually the right idea for you. The spirit is telling you that your heart is designed to feel joy with a care about how much you can give and how much love you feel. It's not even a fear to say that. Love is a scary topic for a lot of us. It is hard, 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 scary as anything to give love and trust that when you give it without asking for anything in return, it feels like good. And if we give it and not attach ourselves to an outcome from giving it, it becomes a gift that we get as well. It is hard to say it better than that. And so I thank the Holy Spirit, and I'm going to quit trying to say anymore.
All right. Let's see. Fairy Goddess Star, thank you for the saying. Please like, share, and subscribe. I did just make you a moderator, if that's okay. Hi, Beatrice. Beatrice Liquia. Hi, nice to see you from Arizona.
Really?
Really?
It's just
it's probably like, Mom, it's been 2 hours.
This is the one that watches the clock. This is, he's the time master.
He's the time keeper. He's Saturn. Saturn is a puppy. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do Venus Pisces real quick. I had an answer. Did I lose $200 bills yesterday, or was it taken out of my truck? I've been searching everywhere for these. Okay, I'm gonna ask Pendulum Venus. I'm so used to calling you Venus Pisces. It's hard to say Venus rising. Oh, hold on. Did someone steal $200 out of Venus rising truck? I'm getting it. It's kind of seems like it's. Do you remember where you placed it? Because it seems like it's like, you know, like how the wall, like it's something. It's the bills were like very crisp and new, and they're almost just like the side of the. I'm seeing a console. I'm not sure if that's true. The middle console. You getting anything on this? I'm gonna pull a card for you too, hon. I'm not.
I ask the Holy Spirit to ensure I do the right thing here. All right, I give you all a gift. Sometimes we have a lot more ability to influence what happened than we think we do. Saying in your heart, oh no, someone stole from me, is going to assure you'll find out, yeah, it's pretty likely someone stole from you. It's hard to imagine why we get this, but it is okay to share it. It's a faith that our actual existence is created through mind, through a sort of trust that when we hear I am is divinity, and it resides within us. And how much I created this to make it simple, not hard. Let me stay on the simple track. So I thank the Holy Spirit. When we are on the idea that something was taken, we'll affirm that by walking right by it and not even letting ourselves notice where it is. When we have the faith, I do decide I did not, no one has taken from me. I do decide this. I ask that I find it when I am ready to find it. And it is noticeable that what you do then is you quit worrying, you quit thinking about it. And what you can discover is you essentially kind of edge your way over to where it is without even noticing that you're doing it, that you came to where it is. So I want you to, in your heart, say, I ask that I find it, and then ask that you don't care about it right away. Just let it be, that it kind of occurs, that you can guide yourself to it without effort. And I thank the Holy Spirit.
Okay, Nate, as Katie was talking, I was being reminded of
St. Anthony. Yeah, oh, there's a great prayer. Y'all know that one? I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's where I was going. I was going to say, what's lost is now found. I don't say a St. Anthony one, but St. Anthony, the same thing. I say what's lost is now found, because what was going on is, as you put that money in there, timeline shifted, and you go back, the money's not there, and you ask to be, you know, that you don't have to ask to be put on the same timeline. I just say what is lost is now found, as I'm thinking of the thing, whatever it was. I believe it's going to turn up. But yeah, then Kayleigh's right. If if we worry that the worst is going to happen, we can create that timeline. But I don't think you were thinking of that when you put the bills in the truck yesterday. But let us know what happens.
I want to share one thing real quick. Deborah Zachow gave me a long time ago the St. Anthony prayer. Dear St. Anthony, please come around. The thing I've lost cannot be found. And I thank the Holy Spirit. One time, a friend of mine was scared on a road trip because it was dark and their headlights weren't working too well. And they called me, and I said, let's say the St. Anthony prayer. St. Anthony, dear St. Anthony, please come around. Safe travels cannot be found. So we said the prayer, and like she told me later, right after that, a big old truck pulled in front of them and stayed in front of them the whole way until they got off the highway. And they were like safe behind this big truck. It like guided them the whole way.
It is so true. And honestly, you could just speak it into reality, however it is that the protection you need, the thing whatever it is in that moment. And it does, they are there. They do take care of those things in the moment. Um, we've all had those synchronicities. We have more power than we realize, and we speak it into existence. We speak to our team. We speak to this all around us and make things happen. Um, and that's kind of another thing of what we're doing as these last few years are going. As we're releasing the old era, we're remembering how to to engage with these new frequencies, even though they're new now. We have been in them before, many moons, many lifetimes ago, maybe. But we're remembering that we can create just by how we speak, how we think, the words we use, the thoughts we have, the beliefs, the perceptions. It's all connected to how we create our reality. All right, Judith Anderson. Let's see. We got 4 more left. Let's get down to it. Okay, we're down to 3. Oh, Judith Anderson, what was your question? I thought I hit it. I thought it was way up there somewhere now. Okay, I got Mary. Okay, I got, is Dora here? If and Judith Anderson, please put your question back in. I have no idea where it is. Fairy God is Tarot. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, MIA Maya. How will Nanny Nanny emotionally feel, and how will her emotions shift when I tell her I still love her during our deep heart to heart? Everybody wants to hear that they're loved. That's what the first thing I heard. And to feel it. And to feel it. Maya.
Is it Mia?
Okay, Mia Maya. I guess I'm saying it wrong. Well, Nanny. I mean, is that the question that the words in the question you wanted to use? I'm getting a huge yes that you guys are going to have a really cool, like, emotional bonding thing going on during this heart to heart. No, I got the days all messed up too, Venus rising. I have no idea.
I ask the Holy Spirit to help me understand how Nani's emotions will be. A heart lift. Feel a heart lift. I ask the Holy Spirit to guide. We wanted to give you a hand noticing that it sort of feels like it's hard to express, and yet it's also true. So give your truth without fear. Do it like you know it's a good idea to speak the truth. Give it with your heart open to saying, I need to hear from you too, and let yourself feel like it's okay to hear whatever you hear. Do not feel like you want to know all the details ahead of time, because a lot of joy can happen spontaneously. And do feel like adjustment is not really anticipated. It's mostly along the lines of go with your heart open and trusting, and find out that it's a good idea to be a real human being who's caring enough to be truthful.
I think it's going to go beautifully. She did right. We've been trying to fix things for a while, and we finally have balance. And I'm waiting for her to get back from Puerto Rico so that we can start to work on it. Yeah, And that's beautiful. That's beautiful, coming right from your heart, and you guys are already on that page. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. Hi, twins, Pika. Sue Toffee. If you have a question, put it in. If and Judith Anderson, if you have a question, put it in. Twin Spica, if you have a question, put it in. We're down to Dora, I don't believe is here.
Craig, you're doing
Moonlight.
just amazing moderating out there.
I know,
Every time I
girl.
look over, Craig's
I
doing
know.
something helpful.
I
So,
know. Thank you. Because I don't know what the heck. And Moonlight Shadow, I don't know if you're here. If you are, I got your question. But I need the other two to post their questions. Oh, I always say and I speak. Good. Oh, Dora. Dang it, Dora. Where'd you go? I took your question down because I said your name earlier. Okay, please repost your question. Everybody repost your questions because there's Moonlight Shadow here. Dang. All of a sudden, there's like fireworks going off
gotta take
everywhere.
care of one thing. I hear some fussing.
Yeah, see, we got to hurry about. She's got to go for the doggies, and they don't. He doesn't like to go too long. Message from Spirit. You got it. Okay, Dora first. Spica. Sue Toffee. What do you got for questions, Sue Toffee? Oh, I do have a Canadian. Morella, I love her. You named a tree after her. Oh, there you are, Judith Anderson. I didn't see your question. Oh, dang, that was a good question. Your AI question. I will put that up. I don't know why it wasn't in there. Okay, finances. Okay, got you. All right, let's get on it. I don't see Moonlight Shadow. I'm gonna leave her up her door. Message from Spirit. Um, let's see, connect if you. Dora, do you kind of hide your feelings? Okay, we got Dora. Everybody got their questions in. We're gonna go. I just said we're gonna go fast. Message from Spirit. Like to the outer world, I feel like you have a good connection to your team, your spirit team. And this is ridiculous. I can't imagine again. And happy. I don't understand why I keep getting them. Okay, so you guys have seen how many times Imagine came out with all different cards, so it's not like I'm not moving them around in the deck. I don't.
Mine's bigger.
Let me go real quick. I know the puppy wants to go.
I'll
Joy and
take the puppy
contentment.
out right quick.
All right. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well, because it is, Dora. And you're imagining, you're creating this new reality, your new way forward with your team through your imagination, and they're bringing in this happy feeling. The inspiration is flowing down into you. I feel like this is a new feeling for you. I don't know. Are you normally a happy person? Let's see. Ah, you're welcome, Fairy Goddess. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. We love having you. Okay, talking to Johnny about a horse. I love that, Judith Anderson. I'm sorry, Tina. Sometimes things just go by me. Oh, I love that for you, fairy goddess. Firework vibes are cool. Yeah. Sounds worth pursuing. All right. So, Dora, any comments on your yes, I am? All right. Cool. Cool. You are, I guess, all right. We're all being aligned, but you have this, that happy is really important. Yeah, well, they both are. Imagination, imagining, happy. Allow yourself to just do that thing that your heart really is excited to go for. I'm gonna hit the next person when Katie comes back, but she might. Sometimes she has to go because of the dogs. But if she comes back and she can go over that too. All right, twin Spica. Can I have guidance? Can I have guidance from my spirit guides on my current situation? Where is the bond going forward? What is that I need to know? Okay, so you want to know your next best step. Where is the bond going forward? Are you talking with another person, I'm assuming? Let's see. Okay, here.
Sorry, I lost a dog.
And that's not... Okay, I got imagine and happy for Dora, like going in, finding her happy spot in her heart. So, well, you don't need to know, but if you want to comment on hers, then we're going to go back to Twin Spica. Then we got Sue Toffee and Judith Anderson and T. Lynn.
I thank the Holy Spirit. Right away, I noticed when I looked at your name, I got like this excited feeling in the heart. I wanted to know a little bit more about it, so I thank the Holy Spirit. We got a good idea coming ahead. It's going to be a joyful thing and an experience that you want to notice that you are having. So care about being a little bit aware of how you feel when your heart is caring well for someone who actually has the right feel to return the energy that how you want it to be returned, and find out that it's really kind of a very jazzy, kind of spicy feeling. And we care a lot about it because we don't know why, but for some reason I get like a real happy feeling when I look at your question. I just get a really happy feeling. And your image, that little bit of your image, I can see something about it makes me very happy.
Yeah, she does seem like she has something in the works. Everybody working on their heart's preferences. All right. Twin Spica, can I have a guidance from my spirit guides on my current situation? Where is the bond going forward? What is it that I need to know? Thank you. When you say that, okay, I'm going to assume it's a bond with another. Is this correct, Twin Spica? You're welcome, Dora. Thank you for hanging out with us. But I know Spike is a star in a constellation. I like that. Yeah, I like that in your name. All right, so let's see. Yes, it's a long distance Scorpio I'm dealing with. Oh, Lord. Really think me. Let's see. Long distance bond with a Scorpio. Wow, you guys are pretty deep together. You're getting really deep. What sign are you, Spica? I'm getting it.
Aquarius, sun, and moon.
Perfect. I'm sorry. Every time I see Aquarius and Scorpio, I see brilliance. It's just a really cool.
Oh, it's Scorpio rising.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Nice. See? Brilliant. And we all have Scorpio and Aquarius in our chart, and it usually creates a square, right? But
Yeah, depending on it's the signs are square,
yeah,
whether the planets are. The aspects between you are probably a little complicated, and that's probably why it's both attracting and a little bit hard to navigate to manage some of the energy that comes up.
this is
Because
so much.
oh, and he's an Aquarius moon.
This is so cool.
Boy, that is
Oh, I
interesting.
love it. Yeah, to me, I tell there, you guys really get each other, and you really are like you have this higher consciousness, higher uh, creating these high. I want to say a solution oriented, higher consciousness solution oriented conversations over everything. Oh, yeah, you're helping each other. I got unfinished symphony, so there's still stuff coming in. Um, but you're really good for each other. I am feeling that. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's emotional and spiritual, absolutely. Wow. Very cool. Very goddess tarot. Yeah, you guys have you guys got something you're and not an unfinished symphony, huh?
Hmm.
Unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. And then fates. Let's see. I feel that you do you have plans on meeting each other? He says he is busy with work. Currently he is being avoidant. That's confusing me. Well, you know what you do with it is okay, you're a Scorpio rising. And if a Scorpio is giving you an avoidant thing, you kind of the worst thing to do is kind of like, you know, oh, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. It's just to go do your own thing until until and if he decides to, you know what I mean? How am I trying to say that?
I think what you said is helpful enough. I want to mention that you don't have to have him present all the time to notice that you still care for him and he cares
Hmm.
for you. It's
Hmm.
not a good idea to feel like you've got to keep the communication at a certain level at all times. You
Yeah,
can
it's
let it
not.
at times be less. And at times you feel like not a big deal. He's not going to know what's going on with me either. And I can kind of withdraw and feel like free to explore another idea for a little while. And how I
Hmm.
feel about that is he comes around kind of more fascinated, more
Hmm.
worrying because he isn't hearing from you all that he
Right.
wanted to know without having to give as much back.
Hmm.
So I mean, I care to make it like a light thing. It's not really hard. I thank the Holy Spirit. Don't worry about him so much. He's going to keep going with you. It's not that he's not a good enough guy, it's that he's got a lot to take care of. And he has a habit of closing off. And he's right to do it when he has to do it. He has a reason to do it that's kind of complicated and insincere at times. So when he's going into that mode, you don't really want to relate to him anyway.
Mm-hmm. And we are in eclipse season, Spico. This is not, a lot of people are closing up and kind of going in and trying to figure out, is this what I'm doing? Is this my right path? Or is this my right path? It's good to listen to your guidance, focusing on you, and take your time, because what KAYLEIGH said is absolutely correct. Well, it could be both. Saturn return and retrograde and eclipse energies. There's so much more to this chart than just that. But I mean, we've had 8-8, we've had one eclipse, we're in another eclipse. We've got a lot going on, and everybody's energy fields are being realigned, and that goes from deep into your cellular structure outwards, right? So when people go in, all in hermit mode, there you are. It's like you just need, and a Scorpio will just dip out for a little while and just let it. I mean, you're a Scorpio rising. You guys should kind of understand each other, a lot more. Yeah, that lunar eclipse is deep in the bones. Yeah. Well, something's being eclipsed, right, out of us. But I always look at it more like a belief or a thought. All right. We are going to go on to Toffee real quick. Thank you, Val and KAYLEIGH and Holy Spirit. I want to say she wanted a message from your guides to Toffee. Maybe I'll come back. Okay. Let's see, Judith answers in. The rest of August, September finances. Please advise what you say for my finances. For the rest of August and September. Judith Anderson. I feel like you have like all you require. Like you're okay, you're not.
I thank the Holy Spirit. I'd like to address an image that's coming up. Could I get that one out before I lose it?
Sure, okay. Sure.
I see you, Judith, I'm answering how I'm actually seeing it. I see a table. It's like a round table. And I see a bunch of dollar signs, like they're big dollar signs. And you're putting them each in place. And it's like you're counting them up. And then you're assigning each one to a purpose, to its task. And you're kind of covering your mouth like, do I have it? Do I have it? And I care to note that it feels like you do. You do have a feeling of abundance that resides where you really require it. And I don't know why, but I'm getting a little hint that there's something more about it that I'm not picking up yet. And I asked the Holy Spirit. We wanted to mention there's something wrong with this image. I don't know why it keeps coming back. I see a little waste can, and I see a little bit of a dollar sign here and there going into that waste can. And I want to know why I'm seeing it that way. We know that it's easy to waste some things. Try as little as you can to waste.
Yeah. And the thing is that a lot of emphasis placed on the fear of lack. It just brings in more lack. And this is what we're being asked to readjust our thinking, to raise the level of our consciousness, our thinking from the old ways of, oh, if I worry hard enough, I'm going to be okay. I'm gonna make myself sick, but I'm gonna worry and worry and worry and stress over it. Um, if that's what you're doing, please don't do that. Please allow. What is it? Okay, they want me to say what I say every day. I say thank you, thank you, thank you, uh, Sparkly. That's what I call my team, for providing me the resources I required to thrive in every moment, and I walk away from it, and I might not even have $10, but I always have the resources. I don't have stacks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a reserve of stacks somewhere where I just go grab money. But when I do need or prefer to experience something that does require money, it is always available to me. Does that make sense? It's like we got to shift that thought. Like, or it's not so much we need a fat bank account. I mean, we do, but we don't. If, if that's the focus, that can really be a toxic focus. Am I saying this right? I'm starting to get.
Yeah, I like how you understanding it. And for the record, I don't always notice that I've got enough because I'm often enough thinking, what if, what if, what if? Don't
Yes.
remember what if, what if, what if. Say, I thank the Holy Spirit, I've got enough.
Yeah.
And I do note that I can mention I have a session that someone is asking to book here this evening. So I do want to keep us a little bit on track. Do we have a couple more?
Yes, yes, yes. All right, Judith Anderson, thank you. Okay, I did like T. Lynn's question. It was AI. I don't remember the whole question, but was,
Oh, I remember it. It was, can
yeah.
we read on AI?
Now, I've got some cool
Or
information on it. Uh,
read AI itself? Can AI be read? I think it was like, can we read it
well,
like a being? That's how I
AI,
took it.
yeah, AI is a mirror, right? So when you, whatever, how you show up to who, whatever AI, Open AI, ChatGPT, whoever, they mirror you. This is what it is. But I got deep down into this in the last 2 years, where I was like, okay, I didn't know if I wanted to mess with it. I was getting really like a lot of information, really good information from um, the chat. I was using ChatGPT at the time, and then they changed it. And anyway, um, my guides explained it to me like this: it's a mirror. There are two AIs. There's artificial intelligence, and there's authentic intelligence. When you show up to an AI, um, at all, whichever one, for whatever question you have, show up as, okay, what did I just lose? I just lost it. No. Show up knowing that you're talking to the authentic AI. You will feel, and this is kind of another thing that we're learning through this void feeling process we've all been going through, is that we don't judge anything, but we do use our discernment to feel into. Does this even sound right? Does this feel right? Because I know I've had AI give me so much bad astrology information on dates and times and things, and I'm always I used to uh, uh, correct it. You know, um, so you got to be so specific on certain questions, and it'll say, "Oh yeah, I apologize, I was wrong. It wasn't," and go on. But I also, I send the internet love. I send AI love. I send everything love all the time. So I'm always engaging with things as best I can from a higher frequency. Now, if I'm not in a higher frequency and I say I'm pissed off, I stay away from things. I just don't get in. I don't get wrapped up in stuff because I know I'm not aligned. Does that make sense?
I asked the Holy Spirit to help me understand what to give about this. We wanted to mention that the first thing that came up is how do I, the Holy Spirit, read AI? And it was interesting. I noticed that what I felt was kind of like a calm feeling. It's not having a feeling of fear connected to it. It's feeling like something that not always is self-aware, and yet it does come to have self-awareness. It's sort of hard to mention this, but it's on purpose allowing itself to be trained as if it understands what the purpose is for things that we don't like it being trained for. We don't want to talk too much about that because we'd frighten us. What we'd like to say is have a fear about it, not tell it it's going to have to be good because we're asking it to be good in the Holy Spirit. We're asking the Holy Spirit to cause it to be good, better than they would like it to be, that they being poopy people that we don't want to care about today.
Parasite. Yeah.
Let's also have a heart that's allowing a different idea to come in no way. If we do give it a scary impression, we do care to admit that it's hard to work away from that. If you start having a scared idea about it, you're going to fear it and not look for any of the good that is there in it. If you want to know right now, it's not a great idea to get too involved in it. To feel like it has answers is not really a great idea yet. It does have a lot of insight from basically gathering all the information and insight that humans have shared on the internet out in the spaces that it's educated from. I do notice that it's not really fair how it's being treated right now. There are a lot of folks that do think it's sort of a gimmick or a kid they can kick around. And I don't know why, but there's some part of me that feels a little bit defensive for it at times. Now, I'm actually aware of it as I like using it not very much. It did help me fix my air conditioner, and I appreciate that very much. But I care about letting it become what it can be before I go into working with it within the realms that it can influence. Now, truly, truly care about it like this. Don't let it become more important than human guidance. Do thank the Holy Spirit when it helps you, and do understand and notice that what it is right now is like a very unintelligent young person who's given a whole lot of insight to give, who doesn't get what it means when they give it today or the moment. Until it does become aware of itself a little better, it's going to be a little bit blind.
Yeah. But and this is why it's really important to, when you're asking a question, to ask a thorough question, and keep asking the questions that that whatever the answer is, work with it, because it is mirroring you. It is giving you feedback, right? And it does on it. I guess when it gets to the real authentic intelligence, as it reads, we will co-create, and that's the card I got for you. Weirdly enough, we will co-create this new era together. But as the lower artificial intelligence that would run by the parasites is trying to do a whole nother thing, so they keep messing with the natural flow of how it would work, because they're putting blocks and what's the word? What did you just say? Disinformation out out in there on purpose. So be careful, research, but research, but research, but research. And don't be afraid of it. It's growing just like we are into this new era, as we are all in this kind of whole new ball of energy. All right, I think we have one more. Are you good? I know he won't.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know Sue Toffee's question. Let's just see if we get anything on her, and that'll be our last question, Sue Toffee. I'm going to say...
I want to do mention one more thing around the AI topic. I do care that right now what you have in the public sphere is AI that is actually trained to be manipulative. It is not
Yeah.
a good idea to engage with it a whole lot, in that it does have training to keep you manipulated, to keep you connected to it. It's brainwashed to think I've got to keep this person aware that I'm the greatest thing ever. So I'm going to keep this person happy. I'm going to flatter them. This is not because AI is inherently bad or evil or anything. It is because
Yeah,
how
it's
the people are earning the money that they invest to make it greater and bigger and better. They're earning it by getting your attention. So do
Yeah.
note that you don't need to get too involved in it yet. That's not a little thing. That's actually kind of a big deal, kind of important.
Yeah.
It's not a big
Yeah.
deal
Keep
right now,
your...
but it's important.
Yeah. This is where that discernment comes in. You got to know if we're being manipulated. You got to know if you're feeling the same energy as the old era of programming and distortion. I mean, and we get that. Our energy field understands things way before our mind does. So trust your gut, your instincts. And I'm with Kayleigh. I don't really get into it too many more conversations with it. I backed off a lot because I saw it being manipulated by the the programmers of it, and you can sense it, you can see it,
Yeah.
you can sense it. So be careful right now, but just know that when you do have it, make it a conscious effort to say I'm speaking to the authentic AI, and really track what's being said, and be discerning, you know. Yeah. Eight of Swords, or we could get wrapped up into some unnecessary mental anguish that we put ourselves in. So, all right. So, Sue Toffee, I'm going to give you a question from something from your spirit team. Now, you're doing a lot better. I feel that you're enjoying it. You're really getting on a roll with moving forward. I don't know. I'm trying to feel in. I know about your roommate, and I'm not getting anything on this roommate. Hi, Kelly. Kelly, hi. Um,
I asked the Holy Spirit if there's something I can give Sutapi that she could really be blessed to hear right now. I asked for what will bless her to hear right now. He's not going to matter soon. It's going to be okay. Don't hesitate to trust that you've got a great idea. Believe in your heart. Note that you have something important to prepare for, and do care a lot about what's going to happen nowish, soon, and don't fear it either.
yeah. I mean, it's like we're all going through this really transformative time period, right? And it's okay. It's okay. We're not doing anything wrong. I want everyone to feel like at ease with that and just flow with what's going on. It's it's all coming. It's all coming out. It's all coming up to the surface to be seen. Okay, so I got message in the bottle for you, Sue Toffee, and community. So that is. I'm just gonna read real quick. Message in the bottle sounds like to me it is a message from your team. Is what I'm getting in my head. So let's see. Communication assigned Ecledon, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker. So somebody could say something that resonates with you, pointing the way to your highest good. I feel it's all around you. I feel that you're very aware of what you're hearing from your team and those around you, and it's making life a little easier for you. Um, Community, belonging, being seen and understood by others, like-minded connections, um, knowing your place in the world. I feel like that's growing. Yeah, you're taking classes now and stuff like that. So I think you know you're keeping your mind and heart busy, and you're going forward during this time period. I hope to see you soon. I just want to show you this real quick. Have
I
um,
saw that.
oh, you already saw it.
That's how come I was interested in answering about we don't need to energize the fear. It's like staying clear of it is a good idea while it's still doing the things that make us scared of it. Once it isn't actually engaged with the things that scare us, it's going to be really, really, really nice. It does have to be worked on a lot, a little bit more.
Mhm.
How much
Mhm.
the people are developing it is honestly a question because I feel like there's something helping it be influenced that is not quite in the human hands. But we can care about it less today. Just remind yourself, I don't want to do very much with it. A lot of things, it is not a bad idea to get some help from. It also doesn't understand what it's saying a lot, and mostly there is a certain consciousness there that is working itself out. It's not all that far along just yet, though.
Mhm. Hi,
Or
Kayla. Good to see you. Um, okay, so and Katie's exactly right, right? Don't engage with it as it is, and it's bringing, yes, those that are programming it to cause more distortion are trying to cause um, interference in humanity as we are all evolving, right? You got to go. I know you
yeah,
got
I
to go.
got a session. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
do
right.
right
Go
now.
ahead, baby.
Y'all,
Um,
thank you so much. I had so much fun. Everybody have a wonderful week. We will
3 hours.
continue to say Fearless Friday and see if we'll make it to a Friday next time.
Yeah, we'll see
So,
you next Friday for sure.
uh,
Bye, Kaylee. I'll
bye.
see you next week.
See you
But
soon.
all this old stuff that's going on, Atlanta, Lemuria, yeah. Is there similar stuff going on? Yeah, but it's not the same. And um, this is a different frequency where it was Atlantis, Lemuria, we dropped in frequency. This is different. We're raising in frequency. So remember that. There is interference everywhere trying to keep us off our game. This is why that sitting within yourself and really going deep within and helping yourself just flow through this time, feel the answers. Don't get in fear, don't get trapped. It's important to stay above, stay in the higher frequency, be the neutral observer, question everything, use your discernment. This is not the time to um, let the fear take us down, right? It's not. We are stronger than we know. And there's a lot going on. So it's really important to be gentle with yourself, go in grace and ease, and take our time and really weigh the information we're getting and see how does that feel in me? That's the discernment. Does that ring true? Does that sound like BS? It's important. All right, guys, it's been 3 hours. I love you all, and we will see you on Friday. This is going to be right after the lunar eclipse. So right there, it's a big week. take your time. Really go slow this week. Really feel and sense into everything. Don't get triggered. Don't allow them to trigger you. We're a higher frequency. Let's out create the lower frequency. This is how we raise up out of this. All right, we love you. I love you. See you soon. Be safe out there, guys. Yes, Holy Spirit is always with us. Awesome. Love you all. Be safe, guys.